In tonight's Dateline Defense analysis of the Petraeus resignation. Joining me now with the latest is retired U.S. Air Force Colonel Cedric Leighton, president of Cedric Leighton Associates. So, Cedric, give us a snapshot of the general's reputation, and what did you think of Paula Broadwell's book?
Well, I think that General Petraeus, of course, before this affair, would go down in the history of the military as being one of the greatest commanders that we've ever had. And it is a very sad day for a lot of us in uniform who either knew General Petraeus or were associated with him. His efforts in Iraq and Afghanistan paid a lot of dividends and in many cases really shortened the wars in Iraq, especially, and in Afghanistan, of course, the jury is still out on that. As far as Paula Broadwell's book is concerned, it was a treatment of General Petraeus. It was done in a way that was very complimentary generally to him, and it was clear that she had had a lot of access to the general, more than we, of course, thought at the time when we were reading that book.
Now, the FBI discovered this affair during the course of an unrelated investigation, we're told, but we don't know the nature of that FBI probe. And could the heightened focus on the Benghazi attacks have put everyone under the microscope, or will we ever know?
Well, we may never know all of that, Morris, but I think the Benghazi attacks and the way in which the different timelines from the Pentagon, the CIA, the White House, all of those timelines have not really come together in a way that we really would like to have a coherent picture of the situation. So in this particular case, it just adds to the mystery and adds to a feeling of unease, I think, in many in the national security community.
Well, questions would have been raised. Where was the head of CIA that night? And the FBI probably found out. How does all of this relate to the military code of conduct?
Well, the military code of conduct is actually incorporated in the Uniform Code of Military Justice. And what the UCMJ does is it provides the legal framework for the military. And in the UCMJ, it specifically prohibits adultery. And the reason the UCMJ is important is because this affair was at least alleged to have been started during General Petraeus's military career and not at his stint at the CIA.
Does this put the CIA in a tough spot?
Yes, it does, because the CIA, of course, needs a leader, especially during a tough time like this. This is one of those moments where it becomes very, very difficult for the CIA to go forward, but they will do so because they've done so in the past, and it's one of those setbacks that is, I think, a temporary one.
How can we follow you on Twitter?
Well, I've got my handle at Cedric Leighton, and then you can follow me there.
Cedric Leighton with the very latest for us. Thanks for your insight.
My pleasure, Morris.